Wednesday, April the 7th, 2021, and today I'm in Central Beds. Crossed over the border a little bit, and I'm in a place called Great Brickhill, doing another North Arts Ramblers walk, this time number 300, which is actually a Rushmere Circular, where there's a country park. But I've decided to steer clear of that area because it's Easter holidays and lots of people about, I suspect, down there. Also the car park charges. So I've come to Great Brickhill, which is en route of the GPX that I'm using today. And yeah, as you can see, it's a bit quieter. So doing 8 miles today, increasing the distance slightly. So 1:30 on a very chill day today. Bit of breeze about. Hopefully that won't come across on commentary, but let's see. It's 1:30, as I think I said. Quite a late start, but haven't had lunch yet, so that'll be had shortly at a place called Three Locks that I've identified on the map as a possibility, subject to crowds obviously. So here, just opposite the pub, I notice, is a stone commemorating the building of this village, turn of the century, 2000, and an information panel behind it. Now walking up Pound Hill, which I think tells you something about what used to be here. And the old pub certainly dates 1577. Good age. First thing I need to get right is the direction. There's a split in the road here. Take the right split, which is Stoke Lane. Stoke Lane takes you into this bridleway. I think Great Brickhill at 464 feet is likely to be the high point of the walk, because I'm going downhill now, and the low point today is around 240 odd, so a bit more variation than last week. Got a freshly made or freshly refurbished ditch here on my left as I walk down. Looks like a couple of ash have been cut down here. Victims of dieback, no doubt. Sad to see, eh? One of our most abundant trees. Just like elm before it, really. Amazing, isn't it? Early April and the cattle are still in the sheds. Although I have seen some out in the fields on my right in the distance. Crossing over the River Ouzel, which possibly tells you something about the heritage of this area. Ring Ouzel being the very rare bird now. Don't know if that's where it comes from, but possibly. Just past the Ouzel, there's some benches here. Good idea. These are certainly becoming more popular beasts, aren't they? Smaller one is the alpaca, larger one is the llama, I now learn. So I guess these are alpacas. Crossing over the canal, not sure which one it is. Grand Union, possibly. Seems a bit small, but could be. And as you can see, National Cycle Network 6. And my break point, 3 Locks, is marked ahead of us. Braunston 42 miles, so that tells me this is likely the Grand Union. Braunston being up in the Midlands. All residential. So pretty straightforward. 3 locks, public house next to 3 locks, and I believe there's a picnic table outside there for my sojourn. Confirmation here that we're in a place called Salisbury, or Salisbury, on the Grand Union. Take your pick really. This pub's obviously ready for reopening next week, as Boris has now confirmed. So it's just gone almost 2 miles in, quarter of the way round. Let's have some lunch. And I'll take this table here out of the wind, which, as I say, is quite chill today. So 2:30, I think it is, lunch has been had. Decent little spot for a bite to eat, I should imagine, on a nice warm summer's day, unlike today. Clearly a turning point here for the barges while they're waiting to go in the locks, or just a holding bay. A final look back at the flight of 3 locks. Interestingly, there's a little car park here which doesn't look like it charges, which is away from the charging park on Rushmere side, so you can start the walk here as well. I notice there's a couple of picnic tables. There you go, several tables. Some of them have got overgrown over there in the blackthorn. Chiff chaff in the background, and a blue tit. So you have to actually come up from underneath the bridge, walk a bit along the road here, and get on the other river bank to continue, or the canal bank rather. Now there is something in this tree that I can neither see nor do I know what it is. I think it's gone already, caught sight of me. Train comes along just at the wrong time. Looks like there's been a lot of tree cutting or shrub maintenance and hedge maintenance along this section, which I suppose is good during the COVID lockdown. Railway line now is very close to us, as is usually the case with canals, superseding the one superseding the other. That's the main Euston line there, and the forest coming into view ahead of us is what we'll be going through later, Rushmere Country Park. There's another view of it on my left. Little wren there, warning note. That's the church at Old Linslade coming into view there. Not on this walk though. So as you can see, Braunston is becoming further away now as I move south. But the larger parts of the canal are called winding areas. Another one here. That's some nest that swan's got over there. And tucked in behind, I don't know if you can see, are some mallards. Very peaceful and tranquil section of the walk this. Calm before the storm of the country park, I should imagine. Once you can get cars parked up, that's when you start getting people and problems, especially at Easter holiday. But let's see, might be wrong. Just make out the church there. Not sure which one it is, but I think it's old Linslade. So I shall be coming back here shortly, taking that route, Ouzel Valley meander. But the GPX takes me straight ahead towards the town centre, because I think there's a pub down there, so we might as well have a look at that and then come back. So indeed, here's the Globe Inn, which is on the edge of Leighton Buzzard, and this makes a good tea time stop, I suppose, on the version of the walk I'm doing. Lunchtime if you're doing another variety, but either ways, nice location here. Probably gets very busy, mind. So as I said, we're now on the Greensand Ridge Walk, which we've done many a time before. Very pleasant outlook here. Lovely rickety old farm over there. Clearly, being the lowest point of the walk, you're going to have problems with water, I would imagine, in the winter months, and even now, after the winds have dried it out over the last few weeks. Bit of board walking. Some broken steps, boards there, so I shall report that on Path Watch. Look at that lovely duck. Is it a Mandarin Duck? Let me have a closer look, I haven't got my glasses on. Sure does look like one. There's a pair of them. Wonderful. Lovely little walk this so far. Lots of variety to it. And peaceful. Short for sure. Okay, I'm walking part of the route now that isn't on the GPX, and the reason for that is because this will be the future deviant of the walk. Reason being is that the GPX cuts across a field that it shouldn't do. There's no path marked where the GPX follows. So I was talking to the landowner, funnily enough, about hedging, and tipped her off about the Green Party giving away free hedges and trees, which she's going to pursue. And she told me this was the correct route. So let's see. It's far more pleasant anyway. Now, funny enough, at this juncture, back on the Greensand way, I think I've done this before for a time out walk. Maybe one of the Brickhill ones, can't remember. Let's have a look. Yes, I have done it before, but that is not the direction I want. That is the direction I would have come from had I not gone on the proper route. My onward journey is straight ahead, actually, down here. So, leaving Heathwood and Meadow, and as you can hear in the background, just about to join a busy B road. Now follow Bragenham Lane, uphill, of course, as Great Brickhill is uphill. But the path is in through the woods. Wonderful. So as you can see, we're now entering Rushmere Country Park. Don't know if that was around last time I walked in here. And as I suspected, as soon as you get near parking facilities, cars and people increase. So I don't think I'm going to like this bit of the walk as much, even though it is wooded my favoured habitat. Car park's over there through the trees, or one of them is. So as you can see over there on my right, one very busy car park. And this incidentally is where the GPX starts. So I've just followed the Greensand Ridge Walk. Or is it path? Keep getting it mixed up with the one in Kent. Anyway, I'll find out in a minute. But yeah, there are a lot of people about somewhere. I haven't encountered too many thus far. It's actually neither, it's the Greensand Ridge Walk. Should know that by now really. Memory's going, been locked in too long. Pretty decent vista on my left. Little train set as well. What little bit of sun we had has now gone in, and the evenings are getting chillier. At this juncture, next to this pond, there's a right turn off and there's a straight ahead. We continue straight ahead. Contrary to what the GPX says, looks like someone's taken a few shortcuts or done the GPX on a different scale map to what I've got. Been some forest clearance here for the new cycle track, cross-country cycle. The GPX does actually go off up right there, but I'm going to stick to the main path, the Greensand Ridge Walk. Information panel here about the Oakwood Sculpture Trail. Can't say I've noticed too many oaks in here. Even fewer of the Scots pines and birches that have been pulled down over there. It's good to see. Like last week, more saplings being planted. So the cycle continues. There's a bit of a oak sculpture, if you're into that sort of thing. So at this crossroads, follow the finger post to Great Brickhill, clearly, which is left up there. As I say, we've had a very varied walk today. Canals, heathland, woods, and even a little bit of a marsh at one stage. Though it involves cutting some trees down, that's probably a good idea. Keep the cyclists and the walkers separate. So other authorities should take note of that where possible. Local sewage works for Great Brickhill, which I'm just on the edge of now. Some kind of eco house here that's been sold. Spinny view. Very nice. Bit of a factory type look about it though. Yeah, not my cup of tea. So here we are, 8.4 miles and 3 hours 9 minutes later. Got it right this week. GPS that is. And that was a very decent walk. Rushmere Circular, North Arts Ramblers group. But starting here at the Red Lion, which is obviously a good position to start and finish at under normal circumstances, which we're not at the moment. Weather was a bit so-so today, certainly chilly, but very nice walking temperature. Could have done without the breeze, mind you. So yeah, lots of variety in that walk, and within 8.5 miles, certainly very varied. Highly recommended that one. So until the next time, which hopefully will be next week, take care of yourselves, and thank you very much for all the good wishes. Should have said that at the beginning, really, just in case a number of you don't get to the end. But thanks for the good wishes.